Well, the video you're about to see tells the story. Tall grass swallows up grave sites and tombstones in an old rural Ozarks cemetery.
But yet there's more than $100,000 in the account. On Your Sign reporter Ashley Reynolds discover what the holdup is.
He loved this place.
Off Highway 32 in a remote area of eastern Laclede County.
He loved being down here in the peace and the quiet.
On a private drive in a farmer's field deep in a river valley.
But I'm sure he would want it cleaned up.
You'll find the Casey Dugan Cemetery.
It was established in 1833.
It's the final resting place for about 50 people.
All up in here are more graves that we're not sure who's buried there, and we can't really get to them.
Including Dora and Donna's uncle, Army veteran Kenneth Morehouse. This is his spot. He died almost 2 years ago. A headstone is on the way.
He didn't have a whole lot to say, but when he spoke, you listened.
And he had something to say a few years ago at a cemetery board meeting.
When Mr. Morehouse advised us that he was going to make this donation prior to his passing, he said, I just want there to continue to be a cemetery. I want it to be there.
$117,000 for this old country cemetery.
It was one of those moments where you go, somebody actually cares.
The cemetery got the money last fall.
We would like to see it all cleaned up. And because this cemetery has so many old graves, it will take special care because some of the tombstones are just rocks. They're not tombstones. So the first time would take special care, but there's money to pay for that.
The sisters mentioned a new fence and gate and mowing more than the usual 3 times a year. There's just one problem.
But none of these recommendations were written down from your uncle, right?
No, we don't have anything in writing.
Just word of mouth.
Just that he wanted the cemetery taken care of.
Makes things difficult.
Yes, it does.
So we want to make sure we have a good, solid plan. $100,000 seems like a lot of money, but when you start looking at infrastructure improvements and replacing stuff every time there's damage or vandalism, it's gone pretty quick. I think if we had some good constructive input and if we had some engagement on the cemetery board from Ms. Vandergriff, we could definitely address her needs. We've asked, a couple times for some input of what she'd like to see, but we've just not had any input from her at this point.
You see a name on that?
Dora says she has expressed her request to clean up the cemetery, and Donna is interested in joining the board.
Our grandparents, our great-grandparents, our great-great-grandparents are buried here, which would be his grandparents also, and he just wanted to be down here with them.
Mr. Morehouse had the cemetery as the beneficiary on 2 bank accounts. He did not have a will. It's recommended to have a will, even if you don't own much. If you plan to leave money to a cemetery, business, or a nonprofit, give specific instructions on how you want the money to be spent. Steve?
Very good to know. Well